Continuing with Ayat 67 in Suwrah An'am, the cattle, in the Abdullah Yusuf Ali translation. But thy people reject this, though it is the truth, say not mine is the responsibility. For every message is a limit of time, and soon shall ye know it, when thou seest men engaged in vain discourse about our signs, turn away from them, unless they turn to a different theme. If Satan ever makes thee forget, then after recollection sit not thou in the company of those who do wrong. See, this is how you deal with blasphemy. On their account, no responsibility falls on the righteous, but their duty is to remind them that they may learn to fear God. Well, that they might have regard. They remember for the knowledge that they increase in regard. But the implication is God consciousness. Leave alone those who take their religion to be mere play and amusement, and are deceived by the life of this world, but proclaim to them this truth, that every soul delivers itself to ruin by its own acts. It will find for itself no protector or intercessor except God. If it offered every ransom or reparation, none will be accepted. Such is the end of those who deliver themselves to ruin by their own acts. They will have for drink only boiling water, and for punishment one most grievous, for they persisted in rejecting God. Say, shall we indeed call on others besides God, things that can do us neither good nor harm, and turn on our heels after receiving guidance from God, like one whom the evil ones have made into a fool, wandering bewildered through the earth, his friends calling, come to us, vainly, guiding him to the path. Say, God's guidance is the only guidance, and we have been directed to submit ourselves to the Lord of the worlds, to establish regular prayers, and to fear God, for it is to him that we shall be gathered together. It is he who created the heavens and the earth in true proportions. The day he saith be, behold it is, his word is the truth, his will be the dominion. The day the trumpet will be blown, he knoweth the unseen as well as that which is open, for he is the wise, well acquainted with all things. Lo, Abraham said to his father Azar, takest thou idols for gods? For I see thee and thy people in manifest error. So also did we show Abraham the power and the laws of the heavens and the earth, that he might with understanding have certitude with understanding. I meant to put that in parentheses, but see, what comes to follows is upon that point. It wasn't that he was misguided, searching, not just I don't know and I'm not going to say, but actually misguided and playing, poking around until he found the truth. The following was in context of this. So he knew what he was doing. He was giving them an example. When the night covered him over, he saw a star. He said, this is my Lord. But when it set, he said, I love not those that set. When he saw the moon rising in splendor, he said, this is my Lord. But when the moon set, he said, unless my Lord guide me, I shall surely be among those who go astray. When he saw the sun rising in splendor, he said, this is my Lord. This is the greatest of all. But when the sun set, he said, O my people, I am indeed free from your guilt. of giving partners to God. For me, I've set my face firmly and truly toward him who created the heavens and the earth, and never shall I give partners to God. And what I from the misassociators. So never I'm going to be of the misassociators, basically. And what am I? That sort of too. His people disputed with him. He said, come ye to dispute with me about God, when he himself hath guided me. I fear not the beings ye associate with God, unless my Lord willeth, nothing can happen. My Lord comprehendeth in his knowledge all things. Will ye not yourselves be admonished? How shall I fear the pangs ye associate with God, when ye fear not to give partners to God without any warrant, having been given to you, which of us two parties hath more right to security? Tell me, if ye know. It is those who believe and confuse not their beliefs with wrong that are truly in security, for they are on right guidance. And that was the reasoning about us, which we gave to Abraham to use against his people. We raise whom we will, degree after degree, for thy Lord is full of wisdom and knowledge. We gave him Isaac and Jacob, all three we guided, and before him we guided Noah, and among his progeny David, Solomon, Job, Joseph, Moses, and Aaron. And thus do we reward those who do good, and Zechariah, and John, and Jesus, and Elias, all in the ranks of the righteous, and Ismail, and Elijah, and Jonah and Lot, and to all we gave favor above the nations. And remember that Elias is Elijah. So to them and to their fathers and progeny and brethren we chose them, and we guided them to a straight way. And this is the guidance of God. He giveth that guidance to whom he pleaseth of his worshippers. If they were to join others as gods with him, all that they did would be vain for them. These were the men to whom we gave the book and authority and prophethood. If these, their descendants, reject them, behold, we shall entrust their charge to a new people who reject them not. Those were the prophets who received God's guidance. Copy the guidance they received. Say, no reward for this do I ask of you. This is no less than a message for the nations. No just estimate of God do they make when they say, nothing doth God send down to man by way of revelation. Say, who then sent down the book which Moses brought, a light and guidance to man? But ye make it unto into separate sheets for show, while ye conceal much of its contents therein. Were ye taught that which ye knew not, neither ye nor your fathers? Say, God set it down. Then leave them to plunge in vain discourse and trifling. And this is the book which we have sent down, bringing blessings and confirming the revelations which came before it, that thou mayest warn the mother of cities and all around her, Those who believe in the hereafter believe in this book, and they are constant in guarding their prayers. We're referring to ritual prayers here. There's more specifics to that, but that's... Who can be more wicked than one who inventeth a lie against God, or said, I have received inspiration, when he hath received none? It's different to be provoked or to learn from the book of ourselves or the book of nature, but it's not the same as spiritual relation. When he hath received none, or again, who saith, I can reveal the like of what God hath revealed? And there's a difference between revelation and inspiration. Revelation is like, it's, the exact form, the words and all that is just handed over that sort of way. If thou couldst but see how the wicked do fare in the flood of confusion at death, the angels stretch forth their hands, saying, Yield up your souls, this day shall ye receive your reward, a penalty of shame, for that ye used to tell lies against God, and scornfully to reject of his signs, and behold, ye come to us, barren alone, as we created you for the first time. Ye have left behind you all favors, which we bestowed on you. We see not with you your intercessors, whom ye thought to be partners in your affairs. So now all relations between you have been cut off, and your pet fancies have left you in the lurch. It is God who causeth the seed grain and the date stone to split and sprout. He causeth the living to issue from the dead, and he is the one to cause the dead to issue from the living, and that is God. Then how are ye deluded away from the truth? He it is that cleaveth the daybreak from the dark. He makes the night for rest and tranquility, and the sun and moon for the reckoning of time. Such is the judgment and ordering of him, the exalted in power, the omniscient. It is he who maketh the stars as beacons for you, that ye may guide yourselves with their help through the dark spaces of land and sea. We detail our signs for people who know. It is he who hath produced you from a single person. Here is a place of sojourn and a place of departure. We detail our signs for a people who understand. It is he who sendeth down rain from the skies. With it we produce vegetation of all kinds. From some we produce green crops, out of which we produce grain heaped up at harvest. Out of the date palm and its sheaths, our spathes, come clusters of dates hanging low and near, and then they are gardens of grapes and olives and pomegranates, each similar in kind, yet different in variety. When they begin to bear fruit, feast your eyes with the fruit, and the ripeness thereof. Behold, in these things there are signs for people who believe. And in parentheses, you got crops at harvest, our spades come. Then there are in kind variety. So that's in verse 99 there.